Well, Easter's on its way, and we have no shortage of Easter activities coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This is just one of them. I thought it would be fun to kind of ask some questions.
Okay.
Interesting things that we can talk about. Please share your thoughts, too, on our North Dakota Today Facebook page. Send us a message about what you think about the questions. We're going to do it in egg form, so I don't know what I'm picking, and you don't know what you're picking.
Okay.
So why don't you
All
go
right.
first?
Well, I'm going to go pink, but let's see. Uh-oh. I wish there's like a skip.
Yeah,
or
right.
Dare. I picked
A
dare,
button.
not
we
truth.
need a button on this show.
Yeah. Would you rather have a mullet or a perm? Well, how can you argue with business in the front, party in the back? I
mean, yeah, I don't know. I would say perm. Perms have come a long way. There's a lot of TikToks about perms.
I had a perm, back in the day.
Woo, that's Party
did.
Phoenix.
Well,
Did you have
like,
a big perm?
No, I was like, I think 12 like when I had it. So
Sure.
I was pretty, there's no parties at 12, I'll say that much.
I think at some point all of our moms were like, let's try a perm. I don't know. My mom did too.
Yeah, I don't know. It was I guess it was a thing of the late 90s. I don't know.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
All right. Which band, living or dead, do you most want to see in concert? Oh my gosh. It's difficult because my view of music changes. Like I'm always changing different things. Here's what I would say, Tom Petty. And I just barely missed him because I didn't come into, like my dad was always a Tom Petty fan. And I mean, I liked Tom Petty, but it was just the last 6 months that I really dug into his music. And I was like, yes, I can relate to a lot of this. And I started looking into him more, and it's like, I just missed him by a few years. He just passed away a few years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
Who would yours be?
My first concert that I went with my parents was actually the Steve Miller Band, so kind of like the same
interesting.
genre.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to see the Beach Boys, so I saw a lot of those kinds of genre. But I mean, I really like Johnny Cash.
Okay. Oh, Johnny Cash would be a good one.
And I feel like by the time I
That's a good
really appreciated him, he was gone.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, no, he actually stuck around, but I mean, like really, I don't think he wasn't touring when I really started to get him. Let me rephrase that.
I think Johnny Cash was like classic. Like people remember him from generations older than us, but then he came out with the song "Hurt," which was our generation,
yes.
and then everybody started to pay attention again and be like, "Oh my gosh,
Well,
Johnny Cash."
Yeah, I grew up kind of listening to him, so
Yeah.
Okay, so here's, I always like these questions get really interesting here. We need to have like some kind of pickle juice or something if you want to skip a question.
Yeah, we're going to do this again.
But so far these questions are all right. Would you rather spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house? I have lived in a haunted house before, I swear,
we
in
need
Helena.
to talk about that.
So, thankfully I am a Christian, so nothing really, messes with me, so we speak, but there was a lot of very weird things. And that's always been a goal of mine, to sleep in a forest. Like out in Montana, I always thought it'd be cool to backpack in the middle of mountains and stay there. So that's a goal of mine.
I think maybe this week we're going to have to do a segment where we tell those stories. Like, I want to hear your haunted house story, and then I will raise you a story of that every summer my family would camp on a deserted island.
Really?
Like, everything that we needed we had to bring with, and if you didn't have something, you didn't get it for 2 weeks.
Oh.
So it made life really interesting. So we'll have to do another segment about this. We'll bring the eggs back, ask some questions.
Coming.
If you guys have question ideas, please send them to us on our Facebook. I would love that. Stay with us. Getting help when you need it the most, a benefit for a man in our community that's boosted by Lend a Hand Up, and they're going to tell us about that next.